son. It'll be the last time I bang.
Bang all the way you want.
Bang, bang.
Bang. Keep the banging. Keep the bang.
Sound like that hurt.
Banging. No. That's fine.
Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Two Bros Podcast, episode 64.
64 dot.
64 dots.
64 dot.
Dots all around.
64 dot.
How you doing, sir?
Dot matrix. Doing a little. I feel a little like yeah. I'm alright.
Weird?
Yeah, just like I don't know, like off. I
Yeah.
don't know. Just like not
As
my
am I.
bearings about me. You know.
Unbalanced.
Okay.
Little unbalanced.
Unbalanced.
Need a beer.
Oh, I could use one. Yes.
Yeah.
I could use one.
Great.
Use several. Use
As can I. It is Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. Beautiful weather.
Beautiful weather. We're having.
Weather. We have been blessed with some beautiful weather.
Indeed.
It was beautiful yesterday. It's even better today.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow's supposed to be real nice too, right?
Yeah. It's going to hit about 89 today, maybe 90.
Summer's here.
Summer's here.
All y'all bitching.
Right.
All y'all bitching about man, when's it going to get where it's here?
The unofficial
So
kickoff. Well, everyone says the unofficial kickoff, but then it's
Of the summer.
typically the kickoff. I mean, this is it.
Yeah, it's it. Like everything, like all summer stuff opens. Like your beaches open.
Yes.
And
So beach is open today.
I think it opens this weekend. Yeah.
I see they had the the fire. I mean the show. The,
Fireworks. Yeah.
not fireworks. The aerial show.
The aerial.
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's
The
kind of like
aerial
the summer.
thing.
I mean, when you see beaches opening and people getting up.
Over in
and going.
Eisenhower Park, they had like a little, it's like a little fair going on.
Oh, okay.
But like I don't know, like they have
Carnival?
like fighter pilot jets landing.
Oh, I
in
love
the,
that.
in the park
Oh.
and stuff. And there's like a little carnival going on there.
I love that.
For the kids and stuff.
That's the best. I mean, when you have shit that you wouldn't normally see there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ooh, a tank.
That's right. There's a tank and there's a fighter jet. You know, it's cool. Anything like you can. I mean, you can like get kids outside and just get them out to see other stuff and have fun, and families can have fun. It's hard on families now.
Yeah. Why
You
so?
know.
What do you mean?
Well, just it's like financially and stuff. It's just hard. And then when you look at what's on TV and what's on in movies and stuff like that, like not a lot of stuff is for families.
Okay.
Like like
I get that,
then
yeah.
things can be like a little antiseptic, and then they get labeled as being corny and stuff like that. But it's kind of hard to do something with your family if you have your wife and if you have small children and stuff, to do something as a family, to do it together and enjoy yourselves. So it's good when you see stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I visited a site that showed things to do, for the weekend or whatever else, and I don't even remember what site it was. It was just something that I guess popped up. I typed it in, like Googled it first, and just said, "Hey, what's to do this weekend?" And then an interesting site came up, and it showed something that I'm gonna see if the family wants to do. They have a 3-hour one of those 3-hour boat rides.
Okay.
Right here off of Breezy Point. And they guarantee you'll see a whale or a dolphin.
From where?
Off the Rockaways.
They guarantee
Guaranteed.
you see a whale.
Guarantee you see a whale.
Someone's gonna hand you a picture of a whale.
That would be...
Yeah.
Hey, I guarantee.
Guaranteed.
Do you see that logo on the side of the bus? It's a whale.
It's a whale.
Yeah. No, so and
Okay.
it's only $50.
All right.
It's only $50. But as you mentioned, hard to do. 4 people.
Yeah. It's $200.
$200.
Yeah.
Then you got to eat. Then you got to.
It's not $100.
Then you got to park. Then you got to.
It's not $30.
This is where it becomes man, I'm just gonna stay home.
Yeah.
Catch up on some Netflix. Catch up.
Yeah.
That's where people sacrifice
That's right.
Hey man, I paid for all these subscriptions and all this other shit. And I don't think that it can go the reverse. I don't think you can say, well, I don't want to pay for all these subscriptions. I'm going to go outside.
Yeah.
And when you equate $13 a month to $250 for a day, $300, it doesn't add up.
Doesn't add up.
So
Doesn't add up. Everybody's in your pocket, man.
I know.
Everybody's in your pocket. And then if you live in somewhere like New York State, where they're going to be even deeper in your pocket, with taxes and shit, and now this apparently they got the okay to do this congestion pricing thing. So
is that approved?
That
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So this means now when you get charged to come into the city. Is this something?
There's a lot of fine print to it, which is why I didn't passed last time, and Bloomberg was the mayor of the city.
Uh-huh.
But it's so I think it's like if you enter below 110th Street or something like that.
Wow.
You got to pay on top of the
regular toll you paid to cross over. Right.
Toll.
So
I heard the question: what the fuck is the toll for?
Right.
And,
damn.
You know,
I heard that they were gonna do something like zone price. Like in other words, if you were caught in Chelsea, like you drive through. Now Manhattan has been subdivided so many times. They keep creating from Hell's Kitchen to Chelsea to Murray Hill to and now Nomad, which is north of Madison.
Right.
This whole Nomad area took off, and everyone's we're building in Nomad. Especially for on my side of the development side of the hotels and buildings. Everyone wants to be in Nomad. It's the hottest new town. You know what I'm saying?
Hottest new town.
And it's 32nd Street. I mean, it's like, come on. It's not Times Square.
That's right.
Nomad.
So this is Nomad.
Right.
And there's Midtown. Okay.
Right.
I got you.
Then it's like they're calling like south of 42nd, and it's just weird. Like just a need to divide things up so that it becomes kitschy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trendy and kitschy, and you going to Nomad? Like I get this question all the time in Manhattan. I'm sure you hear it too. Sir, where's the Times Square?
The Times.
Where's the square? You're in it. Oh, we are. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know this.
Yeah. Where's Times Square and where's Grand Central? Because I'm on the east side. So when I come up, where's Grand Central? And they're usually like right in front of it.
Yes.
It's like, where's Grand Central?
That bit.
Right there.
Oh, you mean it's just a train station? Yes.
Yes, pretty much. That's all it is.
That's all it looks like.
It's a grain station. Got a couple, some nice shit in it. Couple nice restaurants.
Couple of restaurants.
Nice, decent shops.
Well,
nothing in there is any. Any.
I
don't know. Maybe we're salty because we see it every damn day.
Correct.
And so like they got a craft brewery in there. In there, and it looks like it's not for you.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like it just looks like it's not for you.
Yeah.
It looks like it's for somebody who's touring from Europe.
Right.
And they say, they got craft beer at the train station. And you pay whatever. I'm sure it's a tremendous amount of money.
I'm sure.
For what would cost like $4 somewhere else.
I'm completely sure of it. But, the tourism thing is always difficult to do. It's so draining for, any, like you said, for families, and you're trying to just have a good time. Even to just go into Manhattan and walk around and just kind of take it all in. It's virtually impossible, number one, because you can't see it all.
Yeah.
And it's you can't see it from the distance. Like being in it and looking at it, which is a buddy of mine said something so much about Long Island City. Why Long Island City has become so popular, or those Brooklyn spots, is because everyone loves looking at Manhattan. You can't see Manhattan from Manhattan. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
So those little you got water in front of you, and then there's Manhattan. That's the view. That's a killer view. That's something that people were really looking forward to. So. But man, it is very expensive, as you mentioned. I mean, anywhere you go, you're gonna pay.
You gotta come out of the pocket a little bit. So, it's a matter of what you're willing to pay for. Which is why the guy that has the dollar coffee cart will never be out of business. The guy that has his, $6 chicken and rice thing, that dude will never go out of business.
Dude, the Rafiki guys, the halal truck guys. Rafiki is one of the guys that I thought was one guy. He's got 14 trucks. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh shit, he's a franchise. Like these guys come over from wherever country they come from. You buy a Rafiki cart. You know what I'm saying? And he gets to know he's branding himself as the red and yellow awning.
Right.
Some people just don't even think twice about it and think that it's a thing, but then they go, I like that cart, and then they just know that the food is good. Street meat is a thing. I mean, it's really
street meat is the thing. It's delicious.
I just don't do it on Friday.
Why not on Friday?
Because I believe that they're carrying the week's worth of
meat.
Yeah,
it's possible. Okay.
Yeah, I just will not do it on Friday because I'm just afraid that it's like get rid of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's got to go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I have a cart by me on 40 from Broadway. This guy is awesome, and you know what's so good about him? He's a truck, but he, when you go there enough, you get a, your head nod. And
you get that little.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Until he sees me coming.
Same? No.
Same? Yep, go. White sauce, hot sauce. White sauce, hot
that's
sauce.
good. That's good.
My mother-in-law has a, did I tell you this before? She bought halal sauce, which is...
Halal sauce?
Yeah, the white sauce.
Okay.
The white sauce they give you, which no one knows is what's in it. They keep saying cucumber sauce, but it's,
It's like a tzatziki sauce, isn't it?
it's something, yeah. It's got some kind of Mediterranean...
All right. I don't like that now. Now that you said that, like nobody knows what's in it. That's kind of, now I'm a little...
Well, I have the bottle. I'll show you before you leave.
What the fuck? Wait a minute. What is this?
Right. I don't know. Why is it so creamy? You know what I'm saying? But it's like all sour cream and,
All the good stuff.
a little dairy.
I do the extra hot sauce.
Yeah.
I tell the guy at the truck I go to, I said it's gotta burn both ways.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been eating jalapenos lately.
Yeah? Good
Out of a
stuff,
jar.
man.
Just out of a jar. Not the fresh ones.
Mm-hmm.
The ones in
the
the jar.
pickled ones?
Oh, it's
Delicious.
The other night I came in, I was so drunk out of my mind, for whatever reason. And
For whatever reason you were drunk because you were drinking.
yeah, but I don't usually get that bad. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So for whatever reason, I got really bad. I was tired. You know what I'm saying? It's a Friday.
That's an interesting.
And this is the second time it happened. I was like, dude, I need to fucking just take a nap, and slow down. And because I was worked in the t-shirts, workshop, and then we were supposed to be my group was supposed to be cooking for the motorcycle club that we, and that didn't work out. There's not enough people there. Like this is bike week.
I didn't know that.
This is motorcycle week, so a lot of the guys are down in either Myrtle Beach, or Ocean City, Maryland. There's a few black biker locations that are kind of popular this weekend for Memorial Day weekend.
Ride. Throwing that jacket.
Yeah, so shout out to Corrupt Mob and
Nigga ride.
Next Generation Riders and Hood Riders, a few bike clubs that I know of.
Why do all the bike clubbers have to, I don't know, this is what
Have to be nefarious?
Just get these dangerous names.
Yes.
Like everything
not the fruit basket
angels. Yeah,
like
what are you the fruit
boys.
basket angels.
Right.
The daisy holders.
The wicker basket boys. And we were
the flower arrangers.
Right. Flower gang.
Everybody's gotta be dangerous.
This is true. I don't know. I think it's just a badass thing. I mean, you to wear leather and chaps and have the regalia.
It's kind of like a testament to that renegade time. I guess when everybody got on a band of horses and just went around and did their own thing, and if you got in their way, they'd beat the shit out of you, and they kind of made their own laws. And
you got to be a badass. I mean, it's kind of a bandito thing.
I'm curious as to who is the sweet bitch in that badass group, because there are the badasses, there are the people who associate with the badasses,
True.
And then there's somebody's there laying cover. Somebody's there who's a part of the group because they really are not that.
Oh, okay. So that is very true. They
really are not that, but they got an in, and so they're gonna play this up. They'll follow suit on whatever the
they'll go with the rod.
Right, they'll go with the rod, stuff like that. Maybe in their heart they don't believe that.
Yeah.
But this this kind of gets me in a club. I'm not by myself.
This is true. I've witnessed this, and without speaking on anyone specifically, it does have that. And I see a lot of guys go, listen, you guys really want to be 100% about this life, you better be prepared to do it. Because, when you say you can't do something because you have to go to work or you have a job or you have you're not really fully committed to this thing, and it has dangerous complications. Dangerous. Not like with the black bike guys, like my friends and these guys. I mean, they treat this thing very seriously. They have what they call outlaw clubs.
Yeah.
Where they come in and bully you and just say, hey, you guys ride for us now.
Wow.
And take your remember Rodney? You remember Rodney with the arm? Rodney from Around the Way from 104.
Yes.
Lived on the hill,
yes.
on the corner.
Yes.
Okay, he's a big motorcycle guy. I did some shirts for him, and he said, "Yo, Chad, I see you doing the shirts. I need about a couple of dozen of these." And he said, "Show my bike," and it says, "For my damn self."
Okay.
And I was like, "What does that mean?" He said, "That's my club. I ride for my damn self." Fuck this. I was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "Yo, man, I was in these clubs, and these guys want to fucking, piss on your vest and tell you wear it, and in the hot sun." Fuck this, man. Too many rules. Who's gonna piss on my vest?
At some point, you gotta.
I know.
You got to put some of that shit down. It's like, why are we doing this? Why just...
Well, Sons of Anarchy had a lot to do with it. The
show.
A lot of the guys that I know, they
it's a revivification of Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, they get a lot of their mustard from that. Mm-hmm. They get a lot of we should do that. Like, let's try it. And I haven't watched it because I'm not a biker. I don't, there's a culture there. But they all say, everybody thinks they're Sons of Anarchy. And these guys are like half crooks, half crusaders. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that fine line of, when the police they go down and see the biker guys, and hey, which one of your boys has been running around robbing banks? Right. No one. No one. But if we hear something, we'll let you know. It means go give up the other local gang, and tell them. I think it was him.
Yeah,
dry
but
snitching.
This guy on the spoke wheel, disciples, that motherfucker was the one.
Dry snitching.
Dry snitching.
Yeah, dry snitching. Like you indirectly snitch on someone.
Dry snitching.
Yeah, it's a thing. So, how was your week? I was trying to get with you, but I was already on Long Island.
What part of Long Island were you on?
Lake Success.
Lake Success. Okay.
Yeah, Lake Success. And then I had a doctor's appointment at 4:30 right here. My doctor's at the thing. My annual checkup.
All good? Good health?
So, I'll get the results next week. Took blood, did my
blood, piss.
Blood, piss, no stool needed.
Stuck a finger in your ass?
No. She said she's not ready yet. She said
she's not ready?
Yeah. My doctor said, I don't think you're ready yet for the prostate. She said, your last blood work was fine. We didn't see anything that we need to, you should check. But my protein.
It's low?
Well, she said something about my protein last time, which I've changed. Because I was fasting and I was vegetarian. I was eating only, plant-based stuff. So she thought maybe I wasn't getting enough protein, oddly. So we'll see.
Get your protein.
Yeah. I think I'm good. This year. I'm jiggling like a milkshake again.
Yeah, I know. We got these man boobs.
What the fuck happens, man? It's just overnight.
Can't get rid of them.
It comes overnight. I get it overnight. I don't know about you. It's one morning I wake up and I go.
Some days look better than others.
Like today I got tits. Like fuck.
Straight up tits.
Get the shirt and you pull in. I'm like, damn. So now I have 2 drawers upstairs. Oddly enough. Where I put my 2X shirts and my XL shirts. Like I got some shirts that fit me snug and nice, and then I have some that are like I'm feeling bloated, and I need to fucking. This is fucked up.
Chad feels bloated.
I feel bloated.
I know exactly how you feel though. There's something you're like, ooh, I'm not feeling good about myself.
Yeah, just feel bloated. Just feel bloated. My face feels flush, and man,
all in a day.
All
is a day.
So how's Miles?
Miles doing great.
I see him
crawling all over the place, standing all over the place.
Yeah, he's getting up there.
He's getting up there, man. He's
power legs up.
He's gonna be running around pretty soon.
Indeed.
Well, crawling around, and now I realize I got all the shit I gotta move now.
Yeah.
Because he's like crawling all over the place. I gotta move. I gotta move the cat bowl. I can't feed the cats anymore because he's always over there. You put him down. And it's kind of cool because you put him down and he can entertain himself for a bit. So you can like step, off to the side, maybe get, do some dishes or put something away and stuff like that. He doesn't need to be handled all the time. Right. He can play, he can do his own thing.
Well, it's discovery for him.
Right.
I mean, it's just.
And then you turn and then you see him with his hand in the cat food. Like, fuck.
Stuff you don't think is a problem.
And he goes there all the time.
Cat food.
All the time. He makes a beeline for it. Put all these toys in front of him. He's playing, hey, you step away. He poop, goes right to the cat food.
Amazing.
So now I got to move the cat food. Now the cats can't eat.
That's amazing. At least he.
Jesus Christ.
Huh? You ever seen this trick?
Yeah. You squeeze it.
Yeah.
And it makes it look like it's magnetic.
Yeah. I used to win with this all the time.
Win $1.
Just mystify people and how'd you do it? And they sit there.
I can't
get it on there.
Just give me a pencil.
Yes, or the wavy pencil.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't look like that on camera. I'm curious. It does look like it's wiggly to me. I don't know. Mystifying tricks.
Mystifying.
But I can make a beard disappear. I had the pleasure of watching Stan and Ollie.
Okay.
It's the movie of Laurel and Hardy.
Oh.
Stars what's the guy from Step Brothers? Plays with Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell?
No, the other guy, the C. Riley.
John C. Riley. Okay, yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Amazing. One of the best roles I've seen him play in without being a goofball. You know,
Okay.
and oddly enough, playing a comedian that's a goofball. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he does it very well. And what's the other guy's name? British actor, or very sharp. This guy here.
Dowd.
No, Steve Coogan.
Steve Coogan?
Yeah, Steve
Okay.
Coogan plays Laurel.
Okay.
And John C. Riley plays Hardy.
Okay.
What an amazing movie.
It's a good movie. You saw it on what, Netflix?
I saw it.
Okay.
Let's put it that
All
way.
right.
Not giving away any streaming. See, I streamed it somehow.
Okay.
Anyway, but it was, this is one of those groups that, they were so beyond our time, like 30s and 40s.
Right.
And revolutionary through the plight of silent film to, the bogeyman is coming, and then and then being to feature films, and doing these vaudevillian type of antic skits, and which we call like sketch comedy now.
Right.
But Laurel, oddly enough, was, remember, he was always the guy that gets beat up,
Right.
and he's the sacrificial lamb. But he was the brain, like he was the writer.
Okay.
And he walked around with a typewriter all the time.
Really?
Yeah, a real typewriter, and was like, pull his case out. Oh, I think we should do
And
this.
start writing.
And flipping scripts out, and Hardy was just like, and how? You know what I mean? Like, what a great movie, man.
Okay.
I mean, just from the March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Laurel and Hardy, right.
For me, the only reference that I have, of them,
Laurel and Hardy, right.
Of Laurel and
right,
Hardy
right.
from my growing up. Like, I wasn't I never saw most of the other stuff. You saw them do little tidbit tricks.
Right.
And what oddly enough was, and they show that they show a poster of like this new comedy act called Abbott and Costello killing the market, and these guys are getting old, and they're like, "Fuck those fuckers!" Abbott. What do they got that we don't?
Okay.
Dope movie if you're into the arts of the comedic arts.
The comedic arts.
And it has a great play. It spins very well on how their relationship was tormented by a love-hate relationship. This is the classic Burton Ernie.
They didn't like each other?
They loved each other.
Uh-huh.
They loved each other to the point where they hated each other. They hated being away. They hated not knowing what the other person wasn't thinking. It's like, I thought we were joined at the hip here. How could you take a shit without me?
So when a person does something on their own,
Yeah, it was catastrophe.
Okay.
Almost catastrophic to their friendship, and it was such a good play on. But these guys were the proverbial, the Burton Ernie, the Abbott and Costello, the 1-2 punch guys that as a team, a comedy duo. Yes, that's the word. So I felt that, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Hold on, okay.
Yeah, I just couldn't. It's like this thing came out in 2018, and I just didn't get the press. I guess
Didn't get any attention.
Get any traction.
Yeah.
But that's questionable now, right? Traction is
If you
like
can get traction.
Well, it's like on whose guard, like
On who? Yeah.
on whose meter,
Well, it depends. I mean, it depends. Look, getting. I don't think movies make. The movies and studios make money.
Right.
No,
No,
unless it's a superhero movie.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
I mean, do those movies make money? So, I guess you make money from other venues and other sources and.
Okay, so speaking of movies, I'll give you 3 that I watched this week that really. So the Laurel and Hardy movie, awesome. I'll give you a thumbs up on that one. Another great movie was See You Yesterday.
See You Yesterday. Okay.
Produced by Spike Lee.
Okay.
This is on Netflix. Okay. What an awesome tale of a black kid and 2 kids, in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Experimenting with space travel and time travel.
Okay.
And science fiction.
Okay.
So, oddly enough, now, we talked about this with the racism and everything else, right? And you juxtapose a science fiction movie
Mm-hmm.
in a realm of when you watch it, you go, "Oh, that's stupid." Like they don't. But when you watch two little white kids doing experiments and traveling in space and spinning around, oh, it's not. It's funny. It
Right.
doesn't. So when it comes to us, it looks like it's unreal. Like it's like, oh, that can't happen. It's
You don't accept it. Okay.
you don't accept it. Well, I
Okay.
didn't accept it, and I'm watching. I was watching it with the wrong eyes. Like, oh man, like Spike, uh, time travel. Like, there's enough things to talk about. I'm sorry, I'm garbling because I'm excited. But what he did was when you loosen him, and I watched it twice. I watched it
No.
enough to go back and watch it again, which was a total masterpiece. Very genius of him to combat social injustice
Okay.
issues of police brutality,
Mm-hmm.
gentrification,
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn stuff. You know, Spike's a Brooklyn kind of
Right.
talky guy, right? He always promotes and so I loved how he took a sci-fi opportunity to do space. I mean, time travel. You know,
Right.
and so "See You Yesterday" is the theme where she tells the guy, "All right, see you yesterday." You know, 'cause she goes back.
She goes back.
Yeah. Um,
All right. So see you yesterday.
See You Yesterday. Great
See
movie.
you yesterday. Spike Lee produced.
And the third movie I had the pleasure of watching is Medea's Funeral.
Oh, okay. The Tyler Perry joint.
Tyler Perry, and I think this is the last of his shenanigans with that Medea character.
Okay.
Funny as all funny, with that character. You know how he does the three,
Right.
4 different people.
Mhm.
I love it. The Medea's getting a little played out. The character.
Right.
But it's funny. It is pure oddly funny, and again another attempt to combat some social injustices and police brutality and things in a comedic way.
Okay.
So I'm seeing a pattern here that the Hollywood voices they're using their voices at least in an effort to marginalize these things that are happening in our society with guys getting pulled over and getting
Right.
shot for reaching for phones and all this other crazy stuff. So I give a a kudos to at least attempting to show this instead of just making just straight buffoonery,
Right.
laughs and giggles. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It was a good attempt.
All right.
And it was funny, but the story was not unheard of, from typical black family, black funeral, the clock
Yeah,
spinning,
all
the
the-
lady still singing, oh, it was funny. It was really
Used all the stereotypical jokes.
Yes, they did. They took the opportunity to do that. That's it. It's hard to in summertime. It's really hard when you get these nothing to watch type of thing. Oh, and I'm sorry, and I've been binging Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That's a good.
Oh man,
That's hilarious. Yeah.
I didn't know how funny the show was.
Yeah, the show is fucking hilarious. I don't watch it on a regular, but I do catch it every once in a while. And
Andy Samberg is hilarious. That show and Andre Brown.
Andre Brown was.
Oh my God. I didn't ask for you to do this. His voice and his demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gay police captain openly. I mean, openly gay with his big red tongue. Like Andre Brower. So that's been fun. But other than that, yes, you are right. It is beautiful outside. I tried to fly the drone and I caught a no-fly zone. And
Now, what does that mean? You caught a no-fly zone?
well, it means that once you pull up, your satellites go down and it says NFC, no-fly zone.
Okay.
So you ain't flying today.
Okay.
Which is weird because it never used to do that. And I've flown in areas I've flown before.
Okay.
And for some reason, they're pinging all these satellites, I guess. Maybe because there's a lot of air traffic stuff going on.
Probably, yeah. I think over the weekend, especially like Memorial Day weekend, they do a lot of...
Yeah.
And they probably restrict it and stuff like that. Last thing you want is like a drone getting in the way.
Well, last time I threw mine up in the air with the fireworks, and it was amazing because I was watching it from
Oh, you
there.
watched the drone. Oh,
yeah,
that
watching
sounds
the
cool.
fireworks from that elevation, and even looking down, as you just see in the sky pop and light up. I'm sure someone would try to knock me out of the air,
No, give it a shot. See what happens. That'd be cool to do. Yeah, do it up doing the fire. Yeah, that'd be nice.
It is dope. It is
Okay.
fun. I fly a Maverick Pro.
Maverick Pro drone.
Yep.
Is that a Is that a great drone or?
DJI. It's a DJI drone. It's that I have the Phantom. I have the Mavic. But the Phantom is more photography. Like they're more for pictures and for film. You know, a lot of guys in film use it. Oddly enough, we went to a racing down in Flushing Meadow Park, and there's these guys called quad. What do they call it? Rotoquad. Rotoquad is like the racing drones.
Okay.
And all these guys wear FPV, first person viewers, right? So they wear these things called Shark, and they got the headphones on. And these fucking guys are nasty. I mean, these guys are like, wow. Yo, they're dope. So we go out there, me and Mario go out there. We bring our drones. We thinking we got our shit. We got expensive shit, you know, cases and all that stuff. These motherfuckers had shit hanging from them on Caribbean hooks, and they were just like droned out. Like they just had these motherfuckers were, oh yeah, you got the. I'm like, hey, wait, I gotta set my shit up to do it. These motherfuckers were throwing them out of backpacks like. I was like, yo, how the fuck? This dude had a case, a lock, like a foot locker, a trunk. And he fucking started opening his fucking Foot Locker up, had a generator in there, had all this other shit, pulls the generator up, opens up a 3D printer, right? This motherfucker was building parts in the park. and the guys would come over and they were like, dude, I'm not getting any lift off of these props are too heavy. Oh, okay, let me take them down by 33 millimeters. And he was, I was like, dude, what do you do? Scientist? What do you do? He's like, I do flooring. I'm a carpet. I lay carpet. I was like, well, how the fuck do you know how to do all this shit? He pulled his laptop and he was like, yo, do it, man. Trial and error, man. Just probably printed a new fucking pair of propellers for this guy. Thanks. I'm like, wait, what?
What I don't understand about 3D printers is that how do you determine the material that's being used?
Well, the material. Okay, so 3D printing only has polypropylene material. Right, so it's all, no matter what you print, it will always be from this machine. The material that goes in through, it looks like a feed like this, like a weed whacker film. So imagine, I'm trying to so I can show you, but it works like hot glue gun, perfect example.
Okay,
hot glue gun, yeah. Oh shit, it's a hot glue gun. So imagine a tip like this.
Right.
Hot glue goes through here, right? And it's coming out hot. This is a heated tip. So the weed whacker material goes in through here. And this is digitally going in a pattern, right? So its pattern is layered this way. Okay. So no matter what. So even this pen, if I want to erect a replica of this pen, first of all, you have to do a shit ton of 3D calibrating and geometrics and all this other shit. There's not just, hey, make a pen.
Right, exactly, right.
That's what people do with us with the embroidery. They go, yeah, see this picture of me wearing this hat? I want the same thing on mine. I was like, well, do you have the file? No, here's the picture of me with the hat on. And I'm like, it doesn't work that way. You have to have the digitization and the scale. It's totally complicated. And what it does is it'll, after you get everything, it knows to lay down one layer of it at this altitude, one layer of this wide, one layer of this wide, and then until it makes a complete circle. So it's going back, forth, just laying down pieces. And it's quite interesting. Actually, at Staples, you can do 3D.
You can get a 3D printer at Staples?
Yes. Well, you could buy one yourself at 3D printer, but you can have stuff.
But you can have stuff
printed at Staples. Yes. They have a 3D printing section.
You can do shit like body parts and...
Yeah, well, again, the material is subject to its flimsy flexibility, right? So it's not, you don't print steel, you know what I'm saying? You print a plastic version of it. So most of the things will look like that. They will look like a pot, or let's just say that flower pot. You could print that on 3D printer.
Okay.
So there are tons of craft. Oh, it's amazing, you know. But I think, like we talked about before, is that the people that are not taking advantage of learning these new, so this complex
stuff,
engineering of what has to be done from here is so intense. That's the job.
That's the job, right?
That's the job. So when people go, oh, can you do? Yeah, all right, $75 an hour, man.
Right,
you know,
right.
Oh, I thought it was just plug and play. Nah, man.
No.
You need an engineer.
It's a service.
A technician. Yeah.
It's a service. I found my way into the market.
Ah, indeed. So that it's tough, but there's a way for people to learn. Just learn. I don't know if the schools are doing it enough. I mean, if the schools are
teaching people how to design,
right,
design for 3D, probably not. But
no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I really don't think so. It is a shame. I really don't think,
especially in high school.
That would be dope. Like,
it would be dope. I mean, like, why? Why not? Why? Who the fuck cares? About the. I don't know. There's so much shit we teach now that really doesn't. I don't know. It really has no bearing on what the market is now.
Correct.
It just seems like it's a waste.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to teach about the battle at Hubbardton Forge?
I mean, those. I mean, things like that. I think they're important, but I think they're just I think you could do them in a more condensed. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. It's just like a lot of shit that for the future we're just not preparing people, for.
I see. Even the model of preparing our children and schools, preparing you to go to work, and punch a clock.
Yeah,
that's falling by the wayside as well.
Because it's designed for factory work.
Yes,
which for a bell. Listen for the bell.
Right.
Respond to the bell. You get in line. You
go to lunch.
Sit in a row. That type of stuff like that. Right.
Time off.
Right.
Bell rings. Time to go. That even that is failing because there's no factory job for them to go to.
Right.
Even when they do learn this, so you have this whole total subservient mentality. I'm here to work, and now you put them into a job of managing, social services and people, and you go, wait, what the fuck? I gotta talk to people. I thought I could sit at my fucking cubicle and fix Rubik's cubes together. Finish that work, but that's not impossible to have that come back in today's world using technology.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
So using a factory like one of our mentors of the business that I'm in the shirts is this company called Tree Frog or whatever it is. Or Sun Frog. Sorry. And this guy started out like me with one machine. Mm-hmm. He went to 2, then went to 5, then 6. And the guy employs 250 people, you know what I'm saying? All making tees, you know what I'm saying? All making custom t-shirts, and he has this whole factory going, and I'm like, I can do that, you know what I'm saying? I can do it. I can't afford the machines. I don't have the space. So at some point, you're afforded some sort of opportunity to do it. But I really think that if I did, one of my goals is obviously to take my company and turn it into something that employs people.
Right.
Right now, it's 3 of us, and then okay, great, you make $5,000. It's great when we buy new equipment, etc. But trying to get it to that overhaul, I need a boost. I'd have to take out a loan. You know what I'm saying? Which is I'm afraid of. It's like, hey, take out a $500,000 loan, get new equipment, lease a new space, and then make it work.
And then make it work from there.
I don't want to do it with debt. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'd rather have 500,000 extra money and then say, hey, let's put it into this.
Let's put it into that, right?
Because then I can employ people. I can get about 50 employees, 100 employees, working, because it's there. The work is there. You know what I'm saying? We just don't produce enough.
Well, you've always been busy though.
Yeah, it's busy, but when it's a 3-man operation, it's always busy.
It's always
busy.
Right?
If it was 100 people, I'd have a hard time keeping 100 people busy.
Okay.
Now you got slackers. Then you got
exactly.
Then you got the guy hanging around. And you got this one banging that one. These two are dating.
Well, no matter how many people you have, only a couple would be doing. Like this is something called the Pareto distribution, where just like it's
what is this? Say it again.
It's the Pareto distribution.
Pareto distribution.
Or Pareto'S Law or something like that, which basically means that production is distributed unevenly. So if you had 10 employees, 2 of them would be getting an overwhelming majority of your
max producers.
Work done.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
That type of thing.
Oh, I never knew this. Pareto'S Law.
Yeah.
Pareto's.
Like when it gets, when shit gets, as things get distributed, they get distributed unevenly. We think that everything should be distributed evenly, but nothing naturally nothing happens evenly.
Oh, I see.
Things get distributed unevenly.
Huh. Very interesting.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So what else for you this week? I mean, Memorial Day for you. You barbecue. You do anything with the family?
Doing some. I'm taking some. Gonna go.
What?
Take two. Gonna catch some movies.
Okay.
Gonna catch some movies. Gonna finally Endgame.
Ah, okay.
Gonna finally John Wick.
Ah, okay.
And then and then probably do the In-Laws.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably another stop. Can't remember where.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it. It's gonna be it's gonna be low key.
Low key.
It's gonna be low key. I'm a little down. I'm like I'm a bottle of bourbon in from last night. Just did a bottle.
You love your bourbons. So.
I love my bourbons. Met a
friend's.
friend's new boyfriend. Last night.
Met a friend's new boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Friend of my wife's.
Ah.
She's my friend too.
Yeah.
Friend of my wife. She's
got a new boyfriend.
New boyfriend.
Gotcha.
So I want to bring him over and show him off and
break him in.
Yeah, break him in, see what he's like, and this dude just talks. Just kept talking the whole damn time, and it seems like a nice guy, nice enough guy.
Yeah.
But just uses he tells stories. Like if you ask a question, he tells you a story. So hey, so what kind of line of work you in? Well, when I started back in I didn't ask you any of that. You could have ended it by saying I'm in finance.
Yeah.
And like kind of let the conversation flow that way.
Right.
I don't need a beginning, middle, and end.
Climax
to everything. Yeah, a little denouement, a little suspense.
There are a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. We have a gentleman who hangs around us, which everyone's kind of
hangs around you.
Yeah, he's a hang around. He's hanging around. He's
kind of like he's always there.
Yeah,
like nobody ever invites him anywhere.
He's one of those
but he always shows up.
Pops up. Like, fuck did you get here?
Oh well.
Yeah. And he's Snapple fact guy. Like he's just always got facts. He's always got little tidbits and things that this is supposed to be. You know what they do? They do this. They do that, and they just won't shut the fuck up. So it's helpful when people are smart. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll ramble off a little bit of things, and I'm not always 100% right. And I tell people just my opinion. Like people will ask me, "Hey, what's with this new thing I'm seeing on the I go, I don't know about it, but I think it's this. I think it's that. And they go, oh yeah, it makes sense. Okay, this guy, did you know?
Knows everything.
Knows everything. So they'd be like, hey Alexa, and they call them out or they call them Google and
they call them Google.
Yeah, man, this is a new nickname now. It's like Google. Which cat? Yeah.
What could you get them to if you had both things, get them to talk to each other?
I don't know. I have both.
Have Google say one thing, and then Google says something, and then Alexa responds to what Google has said, and then they go back and forth.
There's a YouTube. It's fake though. I mean, somebody did it, and they had them fighting each other. It's like Google and Alexa fighting each other, and then something Google winds up saying, "Yeah, but how large is something?" It was like something sexual, like something, and then it was like. Waiting, the answer. It's like it's to be continued. It's pretty funny. People getting creative with the technology.
Taking over the world.
Yeah. Snapchat put out a new filter, a baby face filter, which makes you look like a child, like a infant.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it is pretty freaking scary.
People like stuff like that.
It's scary.
Is it really?
It's scary. So what happened? Somebody Snapchat. They used the camera instead of Snapchatting themselves. They Snapchatted a TV show with Stephen A. Smith.
Okay.
And he's ranting off, and I don't care if you the way he rants, and I'm like, this is funny as shit because it looks like baby.
So it looks like a baby. It looks like a baby ranting.
Baby him, with the suit and tie on and everything, and it's hilarious. But this is the fear that was talked about, in all these apocalyptic computers taking over. When you don't know the difference between reality and the real and,
the what was created.
Right, and art imitating life is that instead of life imitating art, whichever one goes that's scary, man.
It is scary
Fucking scary.
because like you said, you won't know the difference. And now there's nothing that could transpose Stephen A. Smith and let's say it's Donald Trump.
Right.
So now you can have a totally different person
Yes.
image to say or make it seem like they're saying certain things.
Well, they've done that.
And you can attribute it to it. And you can there's actually software technology that
Yeah.
will take like that'll take our conversation and now this is the shape that our mouth makes when we're saying things and then put things together.
Oh,
that'll make us say shit that we didn't really say.
They have one with Obama that
I've seen that. It's scary.
Scary.
I mean,
shit,
you see it's not fully developed, but you see that
you see the potential.
It's heading there.
If I showed, if somebody showed you a clip of something, and then you say, "Oh yeah, but look, I got the clip where he showed it, he said it," and then you're like, "Wait, what? When did that happen?" That's scary to me. Like we talked about this before. The who drew the dicks on the car, and it was a Netflix docuseries.
Who drew the dicks on the car?
Yes. So there was a docuseries about this a kid investigative reporter from a school, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And I saw people who caught it mid-drift and thought that it was a real document of a real thing, a real scenario.
Right.
And then repeated it in a crowd like a beer crowd. Hey, has you heard the story about the guy with drawing dicks on the cars and he got put poison in lemonade and got the whole school sick and whatever else. And the whole school was shitting all over the place, which is the story on there. But it was completely fake. I mean, it was meant for entertainment.
Right.
So it was a documentary of a documentary. Which, how do you do that? So it's almost like misleading news.
Right.
Like you're taking the platform of news and forcing it to people to make them feel that it has
some legitimacy to it.
Yes. That's when it must be true. It was on Oprah.
Yeah.
It was
they wouldn't lie to us.
They wouldn't lie to
Oprah
us.
wouldn't lie to me.
Doctor. I love at the end
Fox
of Dr.
News
Oz.
won't lie to me.
You ever see Dr. Oz, the show? His TV show?
Yeah.
I love at the end of his thing, he always says, any products that ever have my name on, I will not endorse any products or anything. Will never.
Mm-hmm.
So if they say it's mine, it's not true. That's the best way to do it.
That's the best way to do it.
I have no connection to any one of these products.
Yeah.
He will show you on some shows like certain things to use and creams and hydration and whatever else, but he doesn't talk about the brands so much. Like, he doesn't say, "Oh, Neutrogena makes this," or that brand. He'll say the element. Find a cream that has super hydroxy.
That has glycol.
Right, whatever the collagen or whatever else. He'll speak on that, but he won't speak on too much of the products themselves, the brands, the branding of it, the brand. So other than that, man, it is Memorial Weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. Thank you for those who have,
yes.
I guess, people have given the ultimate sacrifice to secure our freedom and our way of life.
Yes.
So, tip your hat.
Tip your hat to your servicemen and women, of course. So Memorial Day that's memorial. Those are the people that have died.
The people that have died.
Pay the ultimate sacrifice.
We're honoring those that have passed in the service.
Pay the ultimate sacrifice. Other than Veterans Day, which are still alive.
All veterans.
Yeah,
all veterans.
You can still be alive. You can still be.
Yes.
Okay. So the Memorial week. The summer has begun.
Summer's begun.
So
we're here.
Get out there and
get outside. Get the sun on your face, man. Feel the sun on your skin.
Get some of that
vitamin D. Get that in you. Sip of water. Go for even if it's just like going for a walk. Just go for a nice walk.
Yeah, as you should. As you should. So
I
think I'm gonna get out here and go.
I think I'm gonna get out of here too.
Yeah, we should. See what we can.
After I take a piss.
Take a piss first. That's most important.
Oh, we got the new.
Succulent.
We got more decorations.
Yeah, our intern is fascinated with decorating this place and getting us in a feng shui-ish mode.
We should cross dress.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with the no.
Yeah, get some colors.
No.
It's okay. All right. Just a thought.
Yeah, it's
possibility.
You be my guest. I mean, you can.
There's
a changing room here.
I'm a pretty woman.
I've done it for high school. I did it at my high school prom. Not high school prom. My high school trip. I won the contest.
You won?
I won.
I came in when I was in college. I came in 3rd place in a thing.
And it's in my yearbook.
Oh.
It's in the yearbook with me dressed up as a woman. I had titties on. I had
the whole thing.
Bra on, a dress. I wore my girlfriend at the time's dress and lipstick, and I won.
That's just proof that you are a man because you're not afraid. You're not afraid.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't. Listen, for shits and
it.
giggles and a gag, and everyone, you know, it was a popularity thing. It was like, yo, Jay was dressed up as that. And then the other two guys, the other two contestants, it was like, dude, you look horrible. Like, you got no fucking. I mean.
So what? That doesn't match.
Yeah,
too much foundation on your makeup. Come on,
like
man.
they just looked like
do this shit right if you're gonna do it.
They just looked horrible, and I was like, oh, you're making this easy for me. Like one guy just put a shower cap on. You know, some guys. Remember in high school, some guys had mustaches.
Yeah. They kept the mustache.
Yeah, you have a mustache, bro.
With a tank top and.
All right, man. I think we can get out of here, man.
It sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like a good idea. All right, party people. Have a blessed week. But be a blessing to someone else.
Oh, fuck them.
Yeah. Peace.
Yes.
Two Bros Podcast.
Episode 64. Dottage.
Peace.